Possibly one of my favorite makeovers that I've done in here. Such a simple but impactful makeover. Another contender for favorite makeover in the house. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my home. It has been a year since we received the keys to this house. A year and a little bit actually, since we started renovating, redecorating and making this place our own. It's weird because it feels like this year has gone by so fast, and at the same time it feels like we've always been here. I didn't fully realize just how much work we got done here in a year until I watched back my empty house tour that I filmed a year ago. We actually did so much, and it's really easy to forget because it feels so normal now. This house feels like it's always been this way, but it hasn't. There's a lot that has changed since then, and with every little change we've brought it closer to home. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna take you through all of the rooms in the house, and we're gonna take a look at what the room looked like when we just moved in versus what it looks like right now. So we're gonna go over all of the changes that we've made, all of the renovations, all of the redecorating that we've done. Let's get started. Starting with the living room, our downstairs space. We have that very typical Dutch 1960s, 1970s house where you have a living room that spans the entire width of the house and you have windows on both sides of the room. So we get lots of light in here throughout the entire day. Alrighty, so from this angle here we start in our sitting area. We have our sectional here, our little side table. We bought a nice big jute rug to break up the coldness of the marble floors a little bit. In the empty house tour I talked about these floors and how my husband really likes them. I'm not the biggest fan, but we did decide to keep them, and yeah, this rug is like a little compromise. But I also feel like it just really sections off this seating area really nicely. So we have a little chair there, and yeah, that's what it looks like. Guitars on the wall and little plants. And then moving on here we have our dining area. More plants, of course, and we have a bench on one side and 3 chairs on the other. We can easily seat 8 people up here, and probably even more if we squeeze in a little bit. That's our clock going off, actually. I love that one, it's really cute. We hung the lights nice and low so that it's really like a cozy area when you sit down. They are above people's heads when they are sitting. And then on the other side of the dining area is our little library nook where we have our books and some storage space down there. I am so happy with how this turned out. I feel like it gives a lot of character to the room and the house in general, but yeah, specifically the room. I love seeing books in people's houses, and yeah, I always feel like books say a lot about the people that live in a house. And while we're here, I'm gonna just turn around to this area right here. This is our games cabinet. My husband, but I think I can say we now at this point, are big board game fans, and we have quite a selection. So these are all filled with board games. I will do a separate video one day going through all of these and showing you all the games that we have and my favorites and everything. On top there we have a plant, and then our record player there, along with a little light and an oil diffuser and a currently playing little spot there. And when we want to watch a movie, we have a projector screen down there, which comes down automatically when you press a button right there. And then our projector is inside this drawer, so you just pull out the drawer. It's a short throw projector, so it projects right onto there and makes a really nice setup. If you ask me, it's one of my favorite features about our house. I love the look of not having a TV in the living room. It just makes it feel more cozy and like a conversational space rather than just an entertainment area, and I really like that. We do also have a regular TV, which is set up in here. I just don't want to see them. So moving on into the kitchen area. We have our vacuum station here. I would love to find a different solution for that, but for now this is where they landed. Our beautiful Hutch credenza, whatever you call this. Absolutely adore it. We got that secondhand off of Marketplace, and this is the statement piece of the space. Because it's angled like this and has glass on both sides, it looks good from all angles, including from when you're sitting outside, and it's absolutely perfect and provides so much storage. So yeah, very, very, very happy with that. My beautiful big, very old Monstera plant, and then the kitchen. So I recently did a full-length kitchen makeover video, so I'm not gonna linger here too long, but very, very happy. I adore this kitchen so much. It is completely custom designed to be my dream kitchen, and it is just that. I love everything about this kitchen. The look of it, I love the functionality, I love the amount of storage that it provides. I love that it's kind of open but also kind of tucked away so you can't see into it from the living room, but you're still connected. It just, yeah, this is everything. This is everything I hoped for, and I am so, so, so happy with it. I think at this moment this is probably the biggest makeover in the house, the biggest transformation, and one of the few spaces where we actually did a full-on renovation, like tearing everything out and rebuilding it. And then off of the kitchen is the entry to our garden. We haven't gotten around to replacing this entire wall yet with those French doors that I was dreaming of. We're gonna have to save up for that. It's gonna be a bit of a bigger project than we anticipated, so we're kind of putting that on the back burner a little bit. But the garden itself, I am so happy with. So when you first walk out, you come onto the dining area. We have a little patio here, same marble flooring that we have inside. Here is our dining table, our outdoor dining set, which we absolutely love. Then we have this little jasmine trellis as a little separation between the sitting area and the garden back there. And this, oh, when I open the doors in the morning, the entire living room just fills with this jasmine smell, which is incredible. Love that. And the rest of the garden, I'm not gonna go into too much detail here. There will be a garden update coming in a separate video very soon, but just a quick overview. We have a little vegetable patch here, which is new. You haven't seen that yet, I don't think. Flowers blooming all around, all throughout. This is my little potted shade garden here. We actually removed a lot of tile from here and replaced it with soil and plants, and we plan to do a lot more eventually. We would like to actually remove everything and just have a little pathway going through the center into a second like back patio here, where we have our lounge area. This is where we spend a lot of time at the moment. It's a lovely, lovely place to sit outside here, and I'm very happy with where this garden is going, but there's a lot more to do still, so keep an eye on those garden updates because we have more of those coming very soon. That's what it looks like from the back. So let's go back inside because the wind has started blowing. The hallway, possibly one of my favorite makeovers that I've done in here. I did this more or less all by myself because I just really wanted to do it by myself, and I love how this turned out. This wallpaper, we had this picked out, I think maybe even when we were just looking at houses. I've been in love with this wallpaper for a long time. It's jasmine again. I love how this kind of carries through the house. Like we have the real jasmine in the back and then the printed jasmine in here. So instead of the pink and gold, we now have green, beautiful muted green, with a little bench here which also functions as winter accessory storage. You know, hats and scarves and gloves in there. Some shoe storage down here next to our electrical cabinet, art on the walls, a lovely mirror, which is great for checking before you run out the door. And then under the stairs, eventually we would love to close this up, create a little closet here, and also close this up because it's not the safest type of stair. Very common in the Netherlands, but not the safest. So I would love to have something that kind of closes this off. We'll get to that when we get to that. For now, this is just where we keep our coats and shoes. Now for the powder room downstairs. This was such a simple but impactful makeover. All I did in here was paint the tiles with some tile paint, replace some of the accessories. I hung this gallery wall, a new mirror, and it looks like a completely different space. We still have the funky colored sink and toilet, but yeah, I really like how it looks right now. I think this way it really goes with the rest of the house. We had a little automatic fan installed, by the way, which starts running when you turn on the lights. So yeah, I really like that. And yeah, this was just a very simple, quick fix meant to hold us over until we get the bathroom replaced. And at that point, we'll probably redo this as well. But until then, this is perfect. Welcome to the office. Considering how tiny of a room this is, I think we made really good use of this space. It's just big enough to do what we needed to do, which is just house our desks, some decor, some storage. So on the other end here, let me show you from this side, we have my desk, my husband's desk in front here, and that little cabinet back there. I organized all of that in a video, and it is now so amazingly functional. Absolutely love it. Yeah, this is where we keep our office supplies and things like that. Printer up top. And yeah, it's small but does everything that we need it to. Really functional, and I love being in here. We have that beautiful big tree out there, which is just fantastic. I say this room cleaned up really nicely. Another contender for favorite makeover in the house is the master bedroom. The change in here is gigantic and I absolutely adore it. Over here on this wall we had those built-in wardrobes. We had the entire wall removed and replaced with a brand new like actual wall that isn't just a built-in closet. We have a dark ceiling in here, which is not something I thought I would do, but here we are and I adore it. It looks so good. This wallpaper, for some reason, this is a color that the camera really struggles to pick up. It just defaults to gray when I point at it too long, but yeah, it's a lovely, lovely dark green room. I think the camera's overcompensating the light a little bit as well. It's a very basic room, not much more in here than just the bed, some bedside tables, and our closet in here, which is just big enough to fit all of our clothes. We did end up keeping the carpets. And I'm very glad of it because it's so nice and soft and plush and just lovely to step onto when you come out of bed in the morning. I just adore the way this room came out. Now the bathroom we haven't gotten to yet. Organized it, filled it with our stuff. It's in use obviously and it's functional and we actually do really like it. It works great, but yeah, it's obviously it's not our style. The bathroom makeover is a project that's gonna take a lot of money and we just didn't prioritize it over the other things that we wanted to do, such as the kitchen. So yeah, this is gonna stay as it is for a little while. I am still really looking forward to getting a bathtub. Oops, back there. But that's not gonna happen just yet, so we'll have to be patient and wait for that to happen. But until then, it's a perfectly functional bathroom. It's a very nice size. Part of me is considering painting the tiles like we did in the downstairs bathroom, the powder room, but yeah, for now the bathroom is what it is. The spare bedroom slash the guest room. This is kind of the room where everything ended up that didn't really have a home anywhere else. Mostly our old bedroom furniture, which is just a touch too modern for the style that we went for throughout the rest of the house. So yeah, this room is a bit more modern than the other ones, but I have my vanity in here, a chest of drawers where I keep like my workout clothes and stuff. Our workout gear in general is in here. Our old bed, which is now a guest bed. More storage, shoe storage, yeah, just storage. A mirror for working out. So yeah, it's just a very basic spare room at the moment, but functions great, and I love how we transformed this, because again, this looks so different from the way it did when we just moved in, with the shelves there and the TV, which was mounted very well into the wall. I think that's why they left it. It required brute force to get that out the wall. And here again, our brand new wall. It's gorgeous. As is the ceiling. Oh, love all of the clean ceilings everywhere. Now, last but not least, my attic studio space. So coming in past my little self-indulgent gallery wall there, we walk into Loepsie headquarters, which I'm sure you're very familiar with. This is the full view of it. It is a surprisingly large space, definitely much bigger than the space I had for sewing and filming before. I remember being so excited to get this room and to get to make it over and make it completely my own, and everything that I've ever wanted from a studio space, an art studio, an atelier. And it did actually live up to everything I hoped for. I adore this space so much. It allows me to fully be creative and leave my projects at the end of the day without having to put them away and then bring everything out again every single day. I can have my camera out on its tripod. It's absolutely amazing. This ended up being a much bigger renovation, a much bigger project than we anticipated, because we found the asbestos in here. We ended up having to remove that wonderful built-in cabinet that was over there, which I'm still pretty sad about, but I think it turned out all right. Yeah, we did also get all the ceilings replaced in here, which came out wonderful as well. Yeah, this room it turned out great, and I am so happy with it. It's the absolutely perfect space to do my work in. So with that, we have reached the top of the house and the end of this updated home tour. We did a lot already, and the home is pretty transformed already, but there is still so much left to do, and I am really excited to keep developing this house and making it more our own, more our taste, and more fitting to our needs. And I'm really excited to take you guys along in that process. So I really hope you enjoyed this tour. Thank you so much for being here, guys, even when I had to switch over my content to just renovation videos for a couple months when we just moved in here. I personally really love interior design and decorating or renovating content like that, and I'm very glad that you guys enjoyed it as well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to see the garden updates and all of the other home updates that are still coming, because I'm sure there'll be lots more. If you would like to support me through Patreon, there is a link in the description box below. Thank you so much for your support, guys. There is another video here that I think you might also enjoy. You can go watch next. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!